So I can't remember the first time. I don't care. Burp. There's another one too.
Gross.
Anyway, so I can't remember the first time this ever happened to me, but like when you order something and you get something extra and like it's just like, oh, like, and so excuse me, man, I'm burping way too much. Anyway, so like, so we ordered some pit vipers for Micah. So they're the sunglasses that like cover the entire part of your upper face. They look like ski goggles. I think you said that the other day. It's like ski goggles. They'd be really cool, but it's like sunglasses. It's like, come on, really?
They make them.
So anyways, Micah likes pit vipers. That's like the popular sunglasses. I get it. But so we ordered him a pair of pit vipers. I don't know. It's been like a week ago, right? At least a week. Yeah, it's about a week ago. So we ordered a pair of pit vipers and they came in. So we knew that they were going to be here a little bit after his birthday, which is fine. But we get him this weekend. So this is going to be his opportunity to get like our present to him, which was the pit vipers that he really liked. And so this is kind of leading to what happened today. Well, we got them in and then there was 2 boxes. So I immediately was like, I saw them on the dresser when I first came in because I remember I came in the front door and oh man. And here's the thing, like as soon as I start talking, I already know I got 3 more stories in my head. So let me kind of like, appreciate you for a second. So one of the things that I've been struggling with is communicating like in the past. Like I think I'm getting better, but still we can all get better and I'm trying to. But anyways, one of the things that I communicated to you was like whenever I first get home, I need time to like, I don't know the right word, decompress maybe, like decompress. Like I think of it as like, give me a second for me to shut off work and turn on dad or turn on husband. But like I don't want to turn on any husbands. but no, you know, I mean, turn into the dad mode, turn into that who I need to be at home. So thank you so much because I've noticed it. I've definitely noticed it that like you're giving me that space because I know, and that's the thing though, is like, it's such a big deal for me that it's hard for me I don't think I've ever asked you, like, if that's what you need. As soon as I get home, is that something like you need then?
I'm always first to get home. So I always have a minute. Yeah.
So yeah, no, again, I appreciate it because as soon as I get home, you let me put my backpack down. You take over Hunter. I get to go to the bedroom and sometimes I shut the door. Sometimes I won't, but I get whatever time I need to. And a lot of times it's 5 minutes. Sometimes like today I took a shower. And that's kind of something that, I put on Facebook earlier, but like, it's not something that I've been looking forward to, but it's one of those things. I get really hot when I teach. I've had to get fans from other teachers and stuff like that, which have been super awesome.
You're just trying to get rid of the swamp butt.
Yeah, I'm trying to get rid of the nastiness. So that's exactly it. I'm trying to get rid of my swamp butt. So anyways, you give me the chance to take a shower sometimes because when I get home, I'm disgusting. I've been wearing, long sleeve shirts. I've been wearing slacks or pants with socks. And it's just, and I move around. And I know you know that because I'm at home. That's all I do is move around. I don't sit down. That doesn't exist for me half the time. So this is really weird for me. I almost want a standing table so like we can talk like that.
Hyper energy.
Like, so anyways, so like I'm nasty and sweaty. You give me that chance to take a shower, to decompress, to switch my mind back over to I don't have to make a million decisions every 5 seconds or whatever. I can now slow down and say, how was your day? Tell me, what's going on at school with your friends and all this kind of stuff. We talked about how Madison, Ari, is it Ari, one of her friends? And who was the other one that she said?
Oh, I don't know.
It was Ari and
Ethan.
Ari and Ethan said they like SpongeBob better. So they're going to high side on me about my socks. And, not high side on me, but of course they're going to choose somebody other than Madison's dad as far as the socks.
I saw Ari the other day. He was talking about he almost got into a fight and then he just skipped onto the bus. He was wearing pink Crocs and everything, long surfer hair. I was like, okay.
So anyways, I posted that picture on Facebook of me and Ashton side by side today where I was pulling up my pants like to show my socks and then I had to stretch them up because I've been walking around all day. The socks fall down, but I was wearing Hulk socks today, like the Incredible Hulk, because I've got a whole bunch of Marvel socks. I'm sure you bought them for me or somebody bought them for me. They're awesome. I love them. I just don't wear them that often because I like wearing no socks with Hey Dudes. Anyways, so I pull my socks up. He pulls his socks up. We take pictures together and it's his sock versus my sock. He got SpongeBob socks. I've got the Hulk socks. And of course, everybody's going to say they love SpongeBob better. It probably has nothing to do with like it being Ashton versus me. But I realized that Ashton wants to bring it this year. That's 100% cool with me. Ashton, I got you, homie. I got you, dog.
the thing is, you didn't label it which ones were which. So, unless they specifically knew which shoes you were wearing.
One of them was wearing leather shoes that had polish on them. Let's take a guess. Was it a student wearing dress shoes, or was it the student wearing Hey Dudes?
They had the white soles on the bottom, so they kind of look like tennis shoes in the picture because it's not super bright in there.
Oh, Miss Mary said that she liked my shoes today. She was asking me about them.
So anyways, the Pit Vipers.
The Pit Vipers. So all that to say, and I'm just using filler words right now because I don't know where that story was going, but the Pit Vipers, here's the thing. The Pit Vipers came in, right? Huge deal. I got home. You gave me that time to decompress. That's when I seen the 2 boxes of Pit Vipers there on the dresser. There in our bedroom, because we sometimes keep stuff like that not open and available to Hunter because he just likes to open the stuff.
It was a birthday present.
Yeah, we don't want Hunter to get a hold of it and just like destroy it or whatever. And it's not that he does it to be mean. It's just he fidgets with stuff and breaks stuff. That's just his deal. So anyways, so they were in there and I saw 2 boxes for Pit Viper and I'm like, oh, maybe it was like a special gift or something, like a cleaning kit.
That is not what you said.
What did I say?
You said, why is there 2?
Oh, why is there 2? Yeah,
why is there 2?
I thought somebody using my credit card getting an extra pair of Pit Vipers.
So when I was buying them, so I pressed order and then it kind of glitched out. So it refreshed and I pressed order again and I was like, oh my gosh, I hope I didn't buy them twice. So I didn't get 2 emails. So I'm like, that's probably okay. I came home, there's 2 boxes and I was like, oh man. So Madison's like, I'll take them. No, we're going to return them. They're like, what, $75? So you came home and you're like, well, look at them. So I opened it and there were 2 completely different glasses. One was the one we ordered. The other ones were double wide something. They're white and blue.
Double wide. How come I immediately thought you were looking at my stomach? That is so messed up. No. I get it from the kids all day long. Like, oh, Mr. Ennis, we can't leave the classroom because you're blocking the door. I mean, like, I don't get it. Like, and then I got to go home to my wife and then get it from YouTube. But that's fine. Double wide, sure, whatever. Yeah. But no. So I like them. So anyways, the 2 boxes came in. We only paid for 1. Yeah. Right? Because you looked on the credit card. Yep. You looked on whatever. We have 1 order. So, man, here's the deal. Like, I think this is the time that you say thank you. Yes. You just say thank you,
a blessing.
and then you say, you know, well, yeah, we're gonna go ahead and keep them. We don't want to bother somebody. So
it's the Lord.
He's telling us. Yep. You know what? Here you go.
You've been doing so well.
You've been doing so good, and there you go. And someone thought of you. That's what he said. Yeah. But anyway, so the 2 pair, the pair that we order for him, and then there's this other pair. So they're like, it looks like they're like a blue, like oceany type color, and then it's white or something with specks on it or something like that. So like to me, the second I saw him, I even thought I saw pink in there. I could be wrong.
Probably.
But then I immediately thought of Maddox, and I'm like, of course he would want something like that. But Micah probably will too. Micah's gonna probably like look at him and be like, dude, those are what's up. Especially whenever he knows that like they're just an extra pair of, Pit Vipers. And we don't have to tell them we didn't pay for them.
Well, you know what? They're double wide because they're made for big watermelon heads like our kids.
All right. So, wow. How was your day, Melinda? Shots fired.
Whatever. It was good. So let's talk about us.
All right. So us. Okay. So this is 100% you because in my world, everything just started 2 days ago. And it's been great ever since. These kids just showed up. So, no, go ahead.
Okay. So I was going to talk about some fun stuff, and hopefully you remember it. Okay. So when we first started dating, one of the things that we would do is go out dancing. You remember that? We would go out to Billy Bob's and we went to Cowboys in Arlington and some other dance halls.
I think so. Okay. Was it just us 2?
Yeah, just us.
Like I'm being like, okay, okay, yes, okay, Billy Bob's. I remember a couple times at Billy Bob's, and that's before that we went here in the last few years. I have no idea, but yes, I remember when we were dating. Yes, okay, I remember.
Like, I don't know. I remember it because I thought it was so great, and I was just like, when people say, "Oh, it feels like you're the only 2 in the room," like it literally felt like that. I was
did too.
I was seeing stars and everything.
It did me too, and it's one of those things is that it's you have the honeymoon phase. Like I know we did. I think every couple does,
of course.
And that was part of it. But then I think what really made me feel that way is that. And anybody can say it at the time, but I can say it now 14 years later, right?
Yeah.
Okay, you got to give me a nod because I already feel like horrible for not remembering exactly. But like I can say 14 years later, it's because I knew then because it was gonna be us. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I knew that. And it was the tingly feeling, not so much because it was the honeymoon phase, but because it was like I felt safe.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm not going to get into it, but like so safe that just a few nights ago I shared something with you I've never shared with a single person in my entire life.
Yeah.
Right. Mm-hmm. And even after us being together for 14 years, and it wasn't something that was like, that I should have told my wife on the first. No, it was just one of those things that like it just, talked about it and I felt safe. That's where I'm getting to, is because like I know that that I feel 100% safe because
you love me.
I love you. Absolutely. So let's take this away from all that. So okay.
Dancing and then okay. Do you remember when we used to go couponing?
Oh yeah. Man, we almost got kicked out. Dude, we almost got kicked out of Kroger.
The Kroger by TCU.
My gosh. Sorry. So no, you tell the story. Because I'm going to leave it. I'm going to mess it up.
I mean, we just looked at deals and stuff and we would get coupons for all kinds of stuff. Oh my gosh. The amount of Gatorade and barbecue sauce that we had, like you were giving away barbecue sauce and we had so much.
Kraft barbecue sauce.
Yes.
Yep. Okay.
We had cabinets full. And even like when we moved down to Hillsborough, we still had extras. Like we had a whole closet full.
I felt like I was the richest barbecue millionaire in the world. Literally cupboards full of barbecue sauce, and I'm just handing them out. Them out like as if I'm the mayor of like barbecue land. Here you go. Here you go. Hey. Like 100%. I remember that in the Gatorade. So I remember. So tell me what you remember about the Kroger situation. I remember almost getting kicked out.
I remember, I don't know. There was something going on and like they weren't going to accept the coupon or they weren't going to do the deal for us because we were couponing and you got mad.
Yeah, because it was one of those things. It's like nowhere on that does it say limit or this or whatever. Yeah. We're literally just doing what it is that they had on their shelf. We got the coupons off their shelf. We got the items off their shelf. It was on a day that they did triple coupons. Yeah. Like what? Like we're supposed to feel bad because we're doing what you say we can do. That to me was, and I get it. I get it if it was like one of those things like you're the demanding customer. But at the time, like we were in college, we're trying to like, just we're not college. Oh.
No, no, we weren't.
Dude, like you already know. Because I tied it all to me being up in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, and I thought I was in college pretty much the whole freaking time I was up there.
No, we were living in that duplex.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, we're living in the duplex.
I love my memory.
The top cabinet had all the barbecue sauce.
Yeah, I remember now. No, I remember exactly now. Yeah, because that was man. We had that neighbor, man, and man, he had the nicest legs, And I know that his legs matched his stomach as well because he made sure to wear whitey tighties outside and talk to me and you almost every single day. No shirt, no socks. You can say no rules, but that dude had the only rule is I'm wearing whitey tighties outside.
Yeah, and it was real fun taking Mike out there when he's only 3. Wait a second, why can he walk around in his underwear and I can't?
The dude looked like, all right, so you corrected me this on the other day. Was it American Dad or was it Family Guy that had the Hubert? Is it Herbert? Hubert?
Yeah, Herbert.
And then what was his dog's name? Oh my gosh, his dog. Jesse. Ain't that paper boy? It's my lucky day. So the dude kind of looked like him, right? Off of Family Guy, Herbert or whatever. So this like, man, he's all right. So man, his skin was and then he was older and he was hairy and he had white tighties on. And luckily I never noticed if they were always white.
Oh no.
Because that
you don't want to look that closely.
And tell me how weird that is. And there was a school. There was was it elementary school?
I don't remember. Probably.
Yeah, an elementary school. I'm talking about right across the street.
Yeah,
not like across the street and you take a sidewalk. No, literally you cross the street. You step off the curb and you touch the fence that is to the elementary school. Literally right there. So we're talking 20 yards away, maybe. And the dude is like just sprawled out. Like, but like he had no shame. He'd go to the front yard, check the mail, do one of these Al Bundy things where he's like, hey there, kids. I mean, he 100% would be that dude. And like, and no one called the police. We didn't call the police. But like, I mean, do you call the police for that?
No.
I mean, it's weird, but you know what I mean? But like, I guess if he's not like going and talking to the kids and telling them to come over, but like, I don't know where indecent exposure is. I don't know because that used to be a thing.
It just depends. It could be, but it's not like he did it all the time. Mm-hmm. In the front yard, he was mainly in the backyard. It was fenced, and you couldn't see. But
couldn't see. I mean, I didn't look. I mean, I don't know about you. I didn't look. Mm-hmm.
But also, so speaking of creepy, one time.
Why did you look at me and point? I swear you looked at me and pointed. Okay, this one time, go ahead.
So this one time, I think I was pregnant with Madison at the time. We went down to New Braunfels, right? And we went to a fun hotel. Do you remember this hotel? It was one of the ones where you walk in from the outside, like there's not hallways and stuff. You have the key.
So
you
when
open
you say
it up.
fun, you have to be more specific because I'm literally thinking about one that's got the heart-shaped bed and it's like dun 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 dun
no.
dun, dun, and I'm just like
it is.
Dun, 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 dun,
it was pretty close. So you walk in and you got the bed to the right, and then you think like, oh, there's normally a wall in the bathroom. Nope, there's a bathtub right there. Remember it? And it had carpet steps.
There was a bathtub in the bedroom, and it wasn't just a bathtub. It was like one of the
jacuzzi type.
It was a jacuzzi type. It wasn't like top of the line. It might have been top of the line 20 years ago because it looked like it had yellowed over a little bit.
It's one of those ones you don't get close to.
Oh my gosh, how much disgusting mold is underneath that carpet right in front of the bathtub. It was like you get off, and if you didn't want to dry your feet with a towel, you just kind of went.
So like, okay, of course this movie wasn't back out then, but right now it makes me think of on the new Vacation movie when they go to that nasty hotel.
Hold on. Let me get something. I'll just clean the tub real quick. It's like 20 guys. It was like 20 guys. It was like 30 or something.
If you've not seen that movie, you got to go see it.
Oh my gosh. Oh, I have a headache now. Gosh, I need to stop.
Okay, so I think it was on that trip. We also went tubing. Do you remember going tubing?
I remember going tubing. I don't remember, I couldn't tell you much about it.
Okay,
I think I did a video. Was that with you?
You did a video.
Yep.
It had rained a whole bunch. So the river was high. So they're like, oh, it's kind of fast. We're like, it's not a big deal. It's just us, right? There wasn't a lot of people on the river. I think it was on a weekday or something. So you made a video with an Australian voice, like trying to narrate what's going on. The water was freezing.
Okay, I think I remember this.
Both of us are trying to sit like this so we don't touch the water with our butt because it was freezing. And I think even in the video, you start screaming. And then we hit like this faster part, and you're just trying to hold on to your phone. It's just all messed up.
Crikey, here's we go, mate. Crikey, we're going.
Yeah, pretty much,
It's
yes.
so stupid. I can remember doing that.
Yeah.
Oh, does the video still exist?
Yeah, I have
Oh
it,
my gosh, I was so dumb.
It's hilarious, though.
I was so dumb.
It was so funny, though.
Yeah, no, I think it was funny.
It was. I enjoyed it.
It sounds like something like that I would like, and I can say it sounds like because I just have still shots of that in my head. Like I remember watching the video. I don't remember doing it. I remember watching the video and be like, man, that was pretty.
Oh, I remember doing it because you were on my right side.
How much long into our relationship was that roughly?
About a year, a little bit over a year.
Okay, that's why I don't remember it that well. Because I really, it's nothing to do against you, this. But when you have a big change in your life, like more kids, you know what I mean? More kids, right? Mm-hmm. So when you have that, that's like when you start seeing stuff a little bit more clear because you have certain things that you tied to certain things because of ages and growth and all that kind of stuff. So I knew it was before that we had kids, right? Mm-hmm, yeah. But it was like.
I mean, we had Micah and I was pregnant with Madison. Yeah, so
there we go. Oh man, throw it out there. We went tubing.
But we went
tubing. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's okay. I fell down a mountain when I was pregnant with Madison. She already knows about it. It's okay.
Yeah. But is it?
So
Madison,
we also another time we went down there. We went to Green Hall. Remember
I remember going to Green
fun.
Hall.
I like that.
I think I remember that. Is that where Shiner's at? Or no, it's close there. No?
It's just an old dance hall.
I know, but is it close to Shiner?
No.
Something?
No.
I thought I remember something.
Shiner's down south of San Antonio.
And I know Trey and everybody else that knows half the stuff about history that, they're just like, you really did not know that? No, I did not know that.
But that was the fun times before we had to figure kids into the picture because, you know, we didn't always have Micah. So we were able to go and do stuff, just me and you, before Madison and Hunter came along. And so our dates had to change because we needed to be close to home and stuff. So one of the things, I don't know if I ever thought I would do it. I definitely don't think you ever thought you'd do it. Remember doing the mud run? The Gladiator rock and run.
Oh, I hated that.
I did not think I was going to be able to do it, but I had done that.
I dislike that. I don't like using the word hate. I'm trying to do better with my students. I'm trying to do better with us. I don't like using the word hate. I dislike it. Sorry, I cut you off.
I had been doing that Shaun T Insanity workout, so I was like, oh, it'll be great. You know, this is fun, you know. So we get in there and they decide the news lady came over and she decided to interview me.
I remember.
And then you came in, Madison came in, and they did like a shot of Hunter as they were going to commercial and stuff. So that was kind of cool. Like that never happened to me. So then we get in and we go, and I think it's June. So it was pretty warm outside. It was still morning, but we go and that mud was freezing. And then one of the ones I hated it was like a pool of water, and then in the middle you had to go underneath this
ice.
thing. It was ice water, yeah. And as I'm getting in, I'm like, oh great, my heart rate's going down. As I go underneath, like it was bad. I was like, I need to get out of there now, you know. And then after that, it's like, oh, go do burpees.
Yeah,
no. So
I remember.
Yeah,
I remember. We made it, but it wasn't like a. Man, we made it. Here we are. No, it was like we made it. Who's driving home?
Yeah, there was parts where you crawled underneath like wire, and there was mud.
Wire.
Then there was a huge wall you had to go over, and there were people just helping each other. They didn't know each other, but you had to help each other up because you just. I mean, it was so muddy by that point, you just couldn't get over.
I remember.
And at the very end, to get clean, there was that lake thing, that pond.
Yeah.
And then they had hoses, but it wasn't really.
Yeah.
You kind of hose off a little bit, but you never really got clean. You go and you have mud everywhere.
Yeah.
But
I remember that. So I remember that really well. So like I remember the news lady like coming over to you. Definitely was to you.
Yeah.
So I started thinking back because I like to think of people's motives. So let's rewind that video in our head real quick. Before the lady approaches us, you know she's at this news van, and you know April O'Neil and her cameraman are over here just sitting there looking around. All right, what losers? Can we interview on camera? And then, of course, they see me and they're like, ding, ding, ding. And then they see you and it's like, let's go with the pretty look.
No, probably what it was is they saw us. Hunter was about 5 months old. Madison wasn't even 2 years old yet. And so they were probably like, what are they doing out here?
Yeah. And it was probably like, man, if they can do it, let's put them on. They're going to be the news story of the week. And I think at the time probably got like 7 views. And it was like me, you, your mom. Okay.
So like I was nervous because that day I called off and I said I was sick or something at the post office. Yeah. And I was like, man, of course they'd come and put me on the news. I said, I hope somebody doesn't watch this.
They're going to take away your frequent mailer card. Yeah, you're going to be punished now. So okay. Yeah. I remember very well.
And then, so some of the other dates, like, you know, we used to go dancing and stuff. Now, what we like to do, one is escape rooms. We've gone to many escape rooms.
Yep.
But the biggest thing we've done recently is go and see comedians.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I think it started with Kevin Hart.
Kevin Hart.
Yeah, I think that was the first one that we went to.
And I don't think I've ever paid for tickets. You've always paid for tickets.
You paid for
Iglesias?
Rodney Carrington.
I paid for the one that I will never go watch again. Nothing against him. I'm sure a lot of people liked him. We went and watched him because we liked him.
He's funny, but he phoned replayed
it in.
all the jokes that he does on his specials.
And he phoned it in. It was like, and I get it, we can have bad days. And I'm not like, and again, he's not a bad guy or nothing like that, but it was like you got one of his probably worst performances, and he could have been having a horrible day. It's just like you get excited, you go watch somebody, and it was like, man, he's just not even energetic, nothing. He's just kind of going through the motions.
Yeah. Well, it was so funny because we went to the Kevin Hart one, and we were sitting on the floor. You know, I got pretty good seats. And that one, they were so strict about your phone. Like, if we see your phone out, we're kicking you out. And we thought we were going to see several people get kicked out. Remember, we're watching like, oh, I think they're getting kicked out.
I remember that.
So they were so strict. But then all the other ones that we went to, like, they told you to put your phone up, but it's not like they had security coming and taking you out of there. So
I guess they were just worried about bootlegging, I guess.
Yeah, because that wasn't the one that was recorded, but I mean, that was one that was going to come out. It hadn't been recorded yet. So I guess that's it. But I don't know. I guess he's a more A-level comedian because he's an actor and everything too.
Oh my gosh, I just remembered something. I know I told you about it at the time, and it was one of those things that happened so quick that like you saw it. I know you did. All right, so we're at Kevin Hart, right? Mm-hmm. So I don't know, because did we go to one of his or two of his?
One.
Just one. So it was that time. It was that time. Mm-hmm. It was that time, and we were really close because you bought seats like really floor level seats. Yep. It was floor level seats, like a few rows back
maybe
from
like
the
8
dude.
rows back or something.
Yeah, from Kevin Hart. So like, I mean, easily, I don't know, a room length or whatever, a bedroom length, 10 feet, 15 feet, whatever.
It was close.
But when it was over, so like, he's walking off stage and all this kind of stuff, and he goes in his dressing room and stuff like this. And then one of his friends, what's his name?
Was it the opening act?
Is the tall one, the tallest friend of his. I don't remember
his name, but I think he's one of the opening acts. Man, and
he talks about him in a couple of his specials, because he's the guy that like does that dance move on him, and he's dropping it, and his butt hits Kevin on the face. Anyways, it's him. But he is, that's gonna bother me now that I can't remember his name. Anyways, it's the tall comedian that's friends with Kevin Hart, and he talks about him in the special that he's super tall, and he does a dance move and it hits Kevin in the face and all this kind of stuff. Anyways, he's out there and he's talking to 100%, 100% a pimp. 100% a pimp. This dude is wearing silk everything, rings on every finger, just 100% a pimp. I thought it was just in movies. I thought that those true, like those kind of pimps were just in movies. 100%. Girl on left arm, girl on right arm, wearing nothing. Like a bikini, leather, stretched gold, like tight, nothing, right? 100%. I know what I saw.
That's Dallas for you.
And then the guy, the comedian friend, he goes up to the pimp. No. The pimp comes up to him. Mm-hmm. Man, yep. The pimp comes up to him, or comes up to somebody with him, and he says, "Oh, I know what it was." He didn't come up to him. He said the pimp went up to like the main security guys. You can tell it was one of Kevin Hart's security guys because he was dressed different than the people that worked there. And he was like, he was kind of blocking that where Kevin just went. And then he's like, and he says that comedian's name, the tall guy's name. Yeah. He says, "Oh yeah, no, so and so set this up. We're supposed to meet him backstage." And I'm from here, me to you. That's how far I'm listening to this conversation. The bodyguard and this pimp are talking to this bodyguard, and he's just saying like, no, so and so said this for Kevin and his people or whatever. We're supposed to meet him backstage. 100%. And I remember like I know that I'm pretty sure I'm the only one that heard the conversation and saw that, but I remember like, babe, look at that, look at this, look at that.
And that was right after his cheating scandal and everything, and so it was almost like an apology tour that he was on. Yeah, so we went to that one, and then Bert Kreischer. We went and saw him. Well, okay, I bought the tickets for either Father's Day or your birthday or Christmas, one of those things. Then COVID hit, and so we had to wait and see when we would get to see him. So we did go see him finally. Do you remember where we saw him? Was it?
I don't remember.
I don't know. We saw one in Oklahoma.
I have no idea. Was that Gabriel? Was that Iglesias?
I think so.
Fluffy?
I think it was Fluffy in Oklahoma, but I don't remember. Okay. Anyways, so we went and saw him, and we're going to go see him again on September 23rd. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So Bert Kreischer is my dude, and you already know that, but like a lot of people don't know who he is, and like that surprises me because I'm such a huge fan. But he has Two Bears, One Cave podcast. Yeah. He has the Machine movie. He's had, I think, 4 or 5 Netflix specials.
Well, and he used to be on Hurt Bert. And he had his own show and stuff when he was younger.
Yep. And the whole story of Van Wilder is based off of him. Yeah. Like that whole movie
Life
with Ryan Reynolds, Life of the Party, that is Burt Reynolds. He's the real Van Wilder. So
Burt Reynolds?
Burt Reynolds. Bert Kreischer. Did I do that earlier too? No, oh my gosh. No. My mind was just going in like
Burt Reynolds, imagine the mustache and he's out there partying.
With his shirt off.
He probably partied too.
Oh yeah. Burt Reynolds and Burt Kreischer.
Oh, I bet he's got like this hair and chest.
Like 100%. I can see them in the Trans Am and here goes Burt grabbing the hat off of Burt Reynolds, and he just puts it on and he's like, "Let's go."
Oh my gosh. Yeah, no, we're going to see him in Dallas again, where we saw Kevin Hart show at the American Airlines Center.
I like that. I enjoyed that one.
Yeah. Of course, it's not going to be on the floor.
No, that's fine.
But it's an aisle seat.
That's nice.
That's the best part because I know you don't like aisles, and it's on the very front of the section, and it's like on a balcony, so it's not like we're going to have people in front of us or anything. So, I think we'll like it.
Yeah, no, I absolutely, and you probably did tell me this before about the aisle seat kind of thing, but like I really appreciate that, and I know you do. You understand how I do and stuff like that. And I've said for a long period of time, I just don't like people, and it was the easy way to tell people that like I don't like crowds of people I don't know. When I get in crowds of people I don't know, I don't like that. I don't feel safe, just because like I've seen things. Yeah. In not even like horrible things like, I wasn't in the military and I didn't see that kind of stuff. But when I say I've seen things, I've seen crowds that have not acted like rational at all. No. So I seen it in Katrina when I was a first responder down there. I seen it at Walmart on Black Fridays and stuff like that. I've seen it in fights. I've had to witness it in Walmart fights, but I've also had to witness like video footage of shootings in Walmarts and how people reacted and how crowds do and people get trampled. Yeah. 100%. Like, so I've seen horrible things like that. And then so whenever you put me in a crowd of people that I don't know any of them, and then one wrong thing like that goes on, like that it's so scary. Like, I don't know. Anyways, but yes, I appreciate the fact you got me an aisle seat.
Remember, I don't know if it was the last time or the time before that those girls in front of us who kept taking a million selfies, and that girl, she kept putting her hair back on the chair. Oh,
didn't she say something to me? Didn't she say like something like,
they said something. They said something, and you kept telling me not to say anything. Oh, okay. You were talking me down because I was mad.
That was before I switched to being nice, man. Like, 'cause I remember I was not feeling them at all.
No,
I can't remember. Annoying. I was like, whatever, man. It's like, get out of your attitude or whatever. Have fun. Like, smile. Don't be like trying to ruin people's night.
They were wearing like really revealing stuff, and they weren't.
It was disgusting. Yeah, it was disgusting, and I get it. I'm not saying that like it was disgusting because like they wore it and what they look like and stuff like that. It's just like you're in public, and I get it. It's a comedy event and stuff like that, but it was like, man, you just don't do that. Like, I don't know. Like, just the way it was real bad.
I was trying to photobomb them. That's what it was. And you kept being like, no, don't do that.
Oh, that's what it was. Because, they kept doing like this. Yeah. And like, as stuff was going on in front of us, and like they're in front of us doing that, that's what made me mad about them. And then, of course, when someone makes you upset, you start like, again, it's natural. I do. Okay, maybe not everybody's, but I do. I'm like, look at this person. Who are they? You know what I mean? Not look at them like, what do they look like? But like, who do they think they are? And then you start looking at everything else. Yeah. And that's when you notice like, that's inappropriate what she's wearing, like 100%. And like, and it's just like, now I've got two things that I'm not okay with. But anyways.
So we saw that. What's funny is on Facebook, because I guess I look at comedian stuff. It told me that, Nate Bargatze, he's going to be in Fort Worth in October. And I was like, oh, let's just take a look. There's not a whole lot of tickets left, but you can be in the balcony for like $35 each, or you could be down in the front for like $200 each. I was like, wow, that's a big jump.
Man, I don't know. Like, I like him, but he's not like even in my top 10 anymore.
Really?
No, he's not. Like, and I think that it's like I really start to see like personalities and stuff like that, and ones that I tend to kind of gravitate to. Like he's just like I feel like he goes on stage, he does his thing, and he goes home, and then he's like completely shut off from the world. Like that's just how I see it, and that's fine for him. He's still funny. He still writes good jokes, but like that's not who I am. So I like Bert. I like Tom. They're doing so much all the time.
Yeah. Tom's one I want to see, but
Tom Segura. Yep.
I think what I want to see is I want to go to what is it called? Comedy Mothership in Austin.
Oh, the one that Joe Rogan owns.
Yeah, and they go down there sometimes. Yep. I mean, Tom and his wife live in Austin, so his wife does stuff all the time there. And I'm like, because that's a smaller setting. I would love to be able to go to one of those.
No, absolutely.
So I just got to keep looking, and we'd have to find somebody to watch the kids because it's in Austin. But hey, I'd love that. That'd be cool.
No, absolutely. I'd love it too. Like,
did you were listening to a podcast the other day? They were talking about coming to Waco.
Oh yeah, the Waco, the surf thing. Yeah, the surf thing. So I didn't even know that existed.
You didn't?
No. So like, I swear to God, whenever he was talking about, so Bert, Bert Kreischer and Tom Segura were on Two Bears in One Cave. I think it was episode 199. It was just came out anyways, it's here. It's a recent episode. They've been talking about surfing for a while and how they like going to Hawaii or whatever kind of islands.
About Maui.
Yeah. Okay. So again, I'm not really familiar with all that, but they were talking about Maui, going surfing and all that kind of stuff. And then on this most recent episode or 2 episodes ago, they were talking about doing surfing in Waco, Texas. Or or Tom, I think was saying, yeah, they have one in Waco. And I'm like, Waco, Texas? So then I thought they were 100% were talking about that little kitty thing in Hawaiian Falls. No. They have that.
No, yeah,
they have that. It's like it's little 10-foot. No. It's like for kids. It's like they bring the kid out or whatever, and then the lifeguard kind of holds them like this, and then they like the cruise ship. It's like on a cruise ship. It's like that.
I can 100% see Bert doing that, but
but no. So that's what I'm thinking. I'm like, really? There's not any of those anywhere else. They come to Waco, Texas. But like once I started watching more of the episode, they were talking about an actual. And it looked cool. You probably know all about it. You probably researched. I have no idea what this thing is.
Well, I've looked at it before, and the kids have all they're not too into that kind of stuff, so I never really did anything with it. But yeah, it's been there for a while.
So it's an actual like surf park kind of thing. Like
it makes
does its own huge big waves, and you can like surf in the comfort of like not having to go down to the ocean and not have to worry about drowning. Yeah. So. No, yeah. So I haven't watched any videos or anything like that, but I like saw some stills or whatever whenever I typed that in, Waco, Texas surfing. So pretty cool.
I mean, it's kind of like when we went to the tubing hill, like it's supposed to be like snow tubing, and it was AstroTurf.
It was AstroTurf.
It was like wetted down and they're like,
you fall off once and then you're just like, you're like,
It's fun until you fall off.
Yeah. I remember that.
But it's just. We can't always afford to go to Colorado, so that's fun,
Especially not on teacher salary.
Yeah.
And I mean, we've been teachers for a while and stuff like that, but also, stuff comes up. Like, and I was literally thinking about this the other day. Like I was on the way home. I think it was yesterday. I was on the way home. Yes, it was. I was on the way home and I was about to turn right over there by the Methodist Church, the Baptist Church and stuff like that, by that old Mr. G's, Straughns. And I'm thinking about like teacher salary and like, how I know that right now we're not like in the best place ever, right? But I mean, we're going to be fine. You know that. We're going to be fine. I know we're going to be fine. Everybody in our family knows we're going to be fine. But I started thinking about, okay, now what is it that maybe we don't have to pay that others do? I don't have a car note. You don't have a car note. So I started thinking about that. What if I asked random teachers, right, that have a car note, what's the average amount? I would think 400, 500. Like 400 I think would be the low end. I would think 400. So $400. Yeah. So 400 for me, 400 for you. That's $800 a month that we're not paying that other people do. So definitely. If I know that we're not having the easiest time right now with medical bills, with braces, with all kinds of stuff that we have going on in our life, that a lot of people have the same thing, if not exactly the same thing or more, and we don't have that $800 responsibility, how are these other teachers doing it? You know what I mean? That's just wild to me.
Debt. They're just staying in debt.
It's just wild. I never think about that. I never do enough of what I wish others would do, and that is putting myself in another person's position. I haven't done it good in my life. I feel like I'm being better at it, but just doing that today was like, wow, it is a huge deal what's going on right now with teacher pay.
Yeah, it is, but let's keep it happy.
No, absolutely. Keep us happy. So I got that bonus check, whatever that's called, that 3,000, whatever it was, that retention. Well, there we go. That was nice. That helped out a nice chunk of change on the credit card. So that was nice.
You know what we got?
Yeah.
Cafeteria meals.
Cafeteria meals. So just to let you know that it's nutritious. It once was brown. Okay. It once was brown. Okay, we don't really know if it has a classification of color right now.
One of the kids the other day, because every Monday is pizza day, they keep calling it different things. So one kid's like, "What's a pizza wedge?" I'm like, "It's a slice of pizza." They're like, "Why do they keep giving it different names?" I'm like, so you don't know.
It's so you don't know, sweetie. Yeah. It's all they did was they got out a different kind of cutter and they cut it a different direction. But guess what? It's pizza day.
It's the same pizza.
It's pizza wedge. Yeah. Pizza wedge. Hey, it's not them pizza slices you're used to.
Well, and then they had pizza wedge day. They had salad with it, and then I think tomorrow they're having salad with chicken strips. I'm like, I wonder if they're going to reuse that salad mix.
Man, I mean, it's always been one way or another, like with cafeteria food. I mean, like we all have our memories of like, that was nasty. So
some of it was good.
Hey, if it fills your stomach and you can hold it down, I mean, I guess it does what it's supposed to, right?
Yeah.
And they meets the nutritional guidelines that are put in place that they have to follow. So there you go.
You know what? Even though that we've had teacher salaries and cafeteria food, we have been able to do a lot of different things. So we've gone on vacation pretty much every single year. I mean, some of them aren't as grand as the other ones, but one of the things that I really liked when we went on our 10-year anniversary trip to Austin, this was the end of February 2020. So right before COVID happened. And so we stayed in that house, and I didn't realize we were renting just a room. There was that couple there. They're telling us about all these places to go. That's like, oh, we'll just be in this room over here. Oh, how awkward. It was crazy.
So let me just compare this to something that somebody maybe has seen before or done before. So you go to a hotel. You know what? We just watched this the other day. Vegas was What Happens in Vegas or something like that. Yeah. With Ashton Kutcher and who was that? Cameron Diaz.
Yeah.
Cameron Diaz and Ashton Kutcher. So they both go to Vegas. Like the two girlfriends and the two guy friends or whatever. They're friends. The girls are friends together, and then the guys are friends together. Yeah. They're from different areas. They both decide to go to Vegas to vent and to get away from life or whatever for a weekend. And then so they both go. They arrive at this hotel, and the hotel overbooks the room.
Yeah.
And so the girls check in first, and the girls go in there, and they're taking a shower and doing their thing, getting all dressed so they can, get pretty to go out for the night or whatever. Yeah. And then the two dudes come in, and it's the dude off of Hot Tub Time Machine, the bald head dude, Lou. It's him.
Okay.
It's him, and it's Ashton Kutcher. So they come in with their luggage and stuff like that. They're claiming the rooms or whatever and getting relaxed. And then the bald headed dude, Lou or whatever, from Hot Tub Time Machine, he starts taking his clothes, taking his shirt off to get changed. Yeah. Something happens. But anyways, here comes one of the girls out of the bathroom, and then here comes him, and then they're both like, ah! And then she's like, ah! He's like, ah! And then I think that they even attack the guys and stuff. Yeah. So it's that situation, except for we rented a house. So we show up, and then it's like, all right, cool. So all right, so this is and then these people say, yeah, we'll just be in the other room.
That was the first time I've ever rented an Airbnb. I didn't know that was an option.
Yeah. So they should advertise that a little bit better, because we did not know that we rented a house and they were still going to be there.
Oh, and they gave us a tour of their kids' room.
Yeah.
It was locked. Not like we could go in there, but they sure gave us a tour.
Yeah. So 100%, now that I know what I should have been looking for, I wonder how many pineapples were decorated throughout that house. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Because it was an older couple or whatever. Weren't they older than us?
They had grown kids.
Yeah, but I would think that they were older than us.
Oh yeah.
And they're like, oh hey, it's our house. We rented you a room. You can see our kids' room. We trust you.
We never checked for cameras either. But I like it
had a sweet pool. They had a sweet pool.
So
hey,
I got
I'll
it because
take it.
It had the pool. It had the pool table inside, and then it had the upstairs theater, and that's where we found the couch that we liked.
That is where we found the couch. Yep, that's where we found the couch we liked. Man.
But I think the best part of that trip was when we went and did the indoor skydiving.
That was pretty cool. What was that? Sky High or iFly? That was pretty cool. You're weightless, and you're you're skydiving. It's indoor skydiving. It's literally what it is. They use fans and all that kind of stuff.
Well, and I was the one who wanted to go. And I'm like, oh, this will be so much fun. I go out there and I'm flopping around. I'm doing horrible. They go out there and they were asking you how many times you've skydived because you did so well. And I'm like, great.
It's in the genes, So my great man, someone at one point thought about skydiving in my previous generations, and then that just got passed down to me.
Yeah.
And then so naturally my body just reacts to those thoughts from my previous umpteenth grandparent. And then that's why. It's in the genes.
The poor guy was just trying to get me to be straight. No, didn't work. And then we took the kids later on to the one in Dallas. And
I remember we went the second time.
Of course, Hunter didn't go. I mean, Hunter didn't go on it, but Madison and Michael went, and I think that they really enjoyed it, you know. So that was something else I never thought I would do, So we have been able to do some really fun stuff with and without the kids, and, I look forward to more fun dates. I want to make sure that, we still are able to go out and have fun and have silly stories and stuff.
No, absolutely.
Make these memories.
Absolutely too. So I want to end with this because like I feel bad without like explaining why I made a little laughing noise and why I'm smiling and stuff like that. So when you said that we went to the Dallas what's it called?
iFly.
We went to the Dallas iFly. You said, oh, but Hunter didn't go, whatever. So why is it in my head, I'm imagining dressing him up like the kid in the Christmas Story, you know, not Ralphie, but his little brother.
Yeah.
You know how they put him in that coat and it's just padding everywhere. Throw a helmet on that with Hunter being inside all of that and then just grabbing one arm and one leg and just spinning with him and then throwing him into the fan thing and just watch him. And just see Hunter just
that was back when
and then he's like 0 because that's how he says he doesn't want to do something. 0.
No, that's back when he was biting and scratching. That poor person would have been tore up.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm glad that a lot of that's over. So anyways, are we good?
Yeah.
Okay, because I feel like that yeah, we're good. Okay.
All the time.
All right. I love you.
Love you.
Okay. Bye. This is awkward.
Ready, set, go bananas.